So today we're gonna bench press. The bench press is quite possibly the most popular barbell lift in the weight room. In fact, it may be the most popular lift in the weight room, and that goes back decades. Bench press allows you to use lots and lots of weight. It trains your arms, it trains your chest, it teaches you how to stabilize your back. There are a lot of things involved in this lift, and I think anybody can benefit from it if done safely and correctly. That being said, the bench press is also associated with a lot of shoulder injuries, death, and other nasty shit that can happen when you're lying down on a bench. So today we're gonna talk about ways to avoid those things, especially the dying part. Nobody wants to die in the weight room. And if you do, make sure that your training partner puts on more plates when the EMTs arrive. That being said, let's get this started. We're gonna start with basic explanation of how to bench press. The bench press involves lying on the bench, pressing the bar up and down essentially, versus a press where you press a bar overhead. We have a few things already set up here. So we got the J-hook set up at the height that she desires, and we'll explain that when she lies down. We got a few mats on the floor because her legs can't quite reach the floor. This is incredibly common though. I'd say 3 out of 5 people that come into this gym, just a rough estimate, need to use 1 to 3 mats when they bench press. Most of the time it's just short shins. They can't reach the floor. They're not necessarily short people. Sometimes their shins are just short. Other times, you got back problems, and having that elevation in the feet takes some pressure off the lumbar spine. So it tends to feel better. So it's something for you to think about if somebody tells you that their back hurts when they're benching. We also have spotter arms in place. I've made several videos on this. The spotter arms are there in the event of a missed rep because a spotter is not gonna save you. You know, we often get people that tell us, oh, I didn't add weight to my bench, or I took weight off my bench because I didn't have a spotter. Well, you don't need a spotter. If you're gonna use a spotter, you should have 2 of them first of all, because 1 spotter is not gonna save you. You know, what happens if you push the bar up and your hands just suddenly open up? And you might laugh, but this happens. I've seen it happen. It happened to 2 people I know, 2 people close to me. I was present for one of them. There was no way I could have reacted to that. The other one I was not present, and the guy did have a spotter. It happens. Sometimes shit just happens, the bar comes out of your hands. What are you gonna do? The spotter is not gonna react to that. If you have 2, they might react to that. They're in a better position. They're following the bar up and down from each side of the bar, and they're more likely to catch it in the event of something like that. But rather than getting harassed by a couple of gym bros when you ask them for help, just put the fucking spotter arms in. I think that's easy. So yes, we have the spotter arms set at a height such that if a rep is missed, she can safely set the bar down. If the bar falls out of her hands, it's going to hit the pins, not her. The rack heights are set at such a height where when she puts the bar back in the rack, it will clear this little J-hook without clipping it, hit the uprights, and set right down. So those are kind of the key considerations here. She is on an adjustable bench, so it inclines at varying degrees, and it sits flat. And yeah, so let's get started. First thing you're gonna do is obviously lie down on the bench. Now I want your feet flat on the floor. Some people like to get up on their toes. I think this is a power leak when you're up on your toes and you're losing contact with the floor. When you have contact with the floor and you know how to use your legs correctly, this is key, people, because I get this, oh, I just feel so much more when I'm on my toes. Well, because when you're not on your toes, you're resting your fucking feet there. Nothing about lifting weights is relaxing.
Yeah.
If you're relaxing, you're fucking something up. So always remember this. So refresher, we typically grip the deadlift with the index finger on the edge of the knurling where the smooth part of the bar starts. So I'm gonna go a hand's width wider than the smooth. That looks about right. Bring your feet back a little bit more. I wanna see a little bit of a knee bend. There we go. Notice, for those of you watching, there's a slight bend in the knees. So the shin may be vertical, maybe slightly not vertical. You tend to wanna think about coming as far back to where you feel a stretch in your quadriceps. Does that make sense? Do you feel that right now? That's what you want. Back position. I want you to arch your back up like you're trying to keep a towel under your back here, okay? Now let's talk about how this bar comes out of here, because there's 2 ways you can do this. The way that I'm gonna go over first is the way that you're probably going to do it and you're probably familiar with, because gyms still haven't caught up to 2026 and won't invest in the other way, but we'll come back to that. Let's roll the bar as far up on the J-hooks as possible. So make sure your hands are in the right place. So right now your eyes are behind the bar. I want you to slide down on the bench and get your eyeballs in front of the bar, okay? You want the eyeballs in front of the bar when you're getting a handoff. When you're lifting it off by yourself, you might need to come back a little bit more, but be mindful of these hooks because you might hit them when you're benching. So it's going to take some adjusting. But since I am handing her off, and ideally you do want a hand off, especially when it's heavy, that is worth getting somebody for. You want your eyes in front of the bar. So chest is up, feet are back, eyes are in front of the bar. I'm going to unrack the bar and I'm going to place it right over your shoulders. So hold it up straight, keep your arms up straight, and hold it right there. So right now, the bar is in line with the shoulder joint. That is the start position on the bench. Take note of this because when we unrack it the other way, that is where we are going to place the body before the bar even comes out. Let's talk about eye position. I want you to find a spot on the ceiling and glue your eyes there. And don't let them move from that spot. I want you to make sure your chest is up, your feet stay back. So what do the feet do on the bench? You want the quadriceps to transmit force through the body. So I'm going to place my foot in front of yours and pretend you're trying to kick my foot out of the way. That's what you're going to do, except you're not going to slide your foot. It's all going to happen in place. Do you feel your quads contracting now? Those muscles above your knee? Good. So think chest up, feet forward. Now, once you find your spot on the ceiling, I want you to lower the bar right here and back up. All right, good. Let's talk about breathing. You're going to take a big breath and hold it, and you're not going to let it out until the rep is over. This is probably different than the way that your Globo Gym personal trainer told you to do it. You're going to hold your breath the entire time, because anytime you've lifted something heavy in your life, have you let your air out? No, we hold our breath. It's a natural thing that we do, so we're going to do it here. So take a big deep breath and hold it, touch here, down and back up. Now touch a little lower on your chest. That is not where I poked you. Good. 3, 2 more of these. Last one, down and back up. All right, all the way back into the uprights, touch them. So take that out again. So hold the bar. So you're gonna come all the way back in the uprights, touch them, okay. Set it down.
Gotcha.
So once you've hit that, you know you're over the hook and you're safe to set it down.
Okay.
So that's our first set. Now we did that set with J hooks. The next set we're gonna do with the device that I call an adjustable monolift, which basically does the job I just did and hands her the bar. That way, the only human being involved in the bench press is the lifter. And that is how it should be. Powerlifting hasn't figured this out yet. They still got a fat guy sitting in front of you telling you when you can bench. And he's gonna make one guy wait 2 seconds, and the next guy that he doesn't like wait 3 seconds, and the guy he really likes wait 1 second. We don't do that here. We touch the chest and go back up, and that's it. Right here, we have an adjustable monolift. Now things have changed. So as I said in the first round of this, I wanted your eyeballs in front of the bar when you set up. Now I want your head behind the bar, and I want the bar right over your shoulders. So slide back just a hair, there we go. Now, grab the bar in the exact same place you did earlier. So about 1 hand's width off of the smooth. Now there's gonna be a couple of steps here. This Rogue monolift swings back and forth. So you're gonna have to lock it in forward. So you're gonna push forward horizontally until it's locked in. Now, get your chest up, set your arch, bring your feet back, push your feet forward at the same time, good. When you are ready and you've found your spot on the ceiling, press the bar straight up vertically. And there you are. You're in the start position now. I didn't have to put it there. You put it there.
Yeah.
Did you feel the difference? You've never used one of these before, but have you felt the difference?
Oh, yeah.
Makes things a lot simpler, right? Now you're not having to recalibrate because I pushed you way over here. Right?
Yeah.
Get your shoulder blades back, chest up. When you are ready, do 5 reps. Good. Just tap your shirt like it's a piece of glass and come back up. Piece of glass you don't want to break. I mean, sometimes you want to break glass. Not today. Good? Now, walk it back into the hooks and set it down. Very good. And that is how a monolift works. Notice something that I did, both here and when I handed off the bar. What was the last thing I told you to do when you took the bar out?
Look at the ceiling.
Look at the ceiling. Can you look at the ceiling if I'm right here going, hey bro, you got it, you got it?
Definitely not.
Right. So I step out of the lifter's eyesight so that the lifter can fixate on that spot in the ceiling, which helps guide your movement. Your body follows your eyes. It's become so habitual for me. As we go through and she's lifting heavier weights, I'm gonna move around the platform now. So this contraption also makes the job of the coach easier too, because now I'm not worried about helping you lift it up. I can move around and see what you're doing. I'm not worried about you missing a rep because you can securely set it on the pins. That makes sense? All right, I'm gonna put some weight on here and we'll get started. Go on, show me what you remember. So lock it forward or towards me. When you're ready, push it straight up. Now there's a few points you want to look at. When she reaches the bottom of the bench, notice her forearms are vertical. Lower the bar, go back up, just lift it. Don't pay attention to me so much right now. Good. We want vertical forearms at the bottom because that gives you a nice balance and range of motion. You can probably tuck in a little bit.
Like my elbows?
Yeah. Don't overdo it, just probably about there. You could probably actually grip the bar a little closer. So see, as I move around, I'm able to identify these things, which is cool. Yeah, that looks right. Because now the bar is over the wrist is over the elbows, and all force is being transmitted vertically, and that's what we want. Good, rack it. So push up a little bit higher, into the hooks, swing it forward, good. One of the things you're constantly gonna be fighting with when you're bench pressing is keeping the chest up. Everybody's worried about the pecs and the shoulders and the arms and beach muscles that people try to lift for. But when you're bench pressing, you really need to be thinking about your back. You need to keep the chest up and keep the back arched, not just when you're lowering the bar, but when you're pushing up too. You should never lose that position. That will ensure that you can lift the most weight in the safest manner possible, because that's what we teach here. We want you to lift heavy, but we want you to do it in a way that minimizes your risk of injury. So pay attention, people. There's more range of motion around the shoulder and back that comes as you start bending the elbows and horizontally abducting the shoulder. As your elbows come back, in plain English, you can get more. So you're not just done up here. So a lot of people just arch at the top and then they're done. They just let the bar go where it goes. I want you to actively think about arching more and more and more as the bar gets lower. Let's do it again. 5 reps. Good. There we go. Now you got to work for it. Chest up, push it back in the direction of your head. There we go. Drive it backwards. Good. 2 more. Just touch the chest, go back up. Up, backwards.
I don't got it.
Set it down.
I don't got it.
Just set it down. And that is what happens when you miss a rep. You just set it down.
There you go.
She's alive. Final piece, but I think 50 is the right number. So take a break.
Okay.
Let's get 5 reps, clean it up. Chest up, push back, good. Remember, keep reaching up with the chest. The lower it gets, the higher the chest gets, good. 3 more, bring it home. And back towards your face, good. Good. And rack it.